And we're live, so hello there, welcome along this evening to Biz TV Online. My name is Stuart Harris and I'm the host of the show tonight. I've got something really intriguing tonight, a little bit different from what I normally do, and we're entering the world of, well, I was going to say hardware, but it's really going to be cloudware, so we'll elaborate on that in a little bit. What is Biz TV all about? Biz TV is about bringing you businesses that make a difference in people's lives or make a difference in their businesses as well, and help them to really make things happen. We're very keen on making sure that when we deliver something in this environment, that you're able to take something very worthwhile away, and I'm sure when we get to the end of this hangout, you're going to enjoy what we have for you to take away. What I'd like to do now is introduce you to my guest, and you've been watching her on the screen because I very cleverly had her highlighted when we started, so you were listening to me talking, but you were looking at my guest, and I apologise for that. But I'd like to welcome you along, Vicky Derderian. I hope I pronounced that right.
Yes,
from
you have.
Hightech.com. How are you this evening?
I'm very well. How are you?
Well, I'm pretty good, thank you, Vicky. And I apologise for that little faux pas at the beginning there, because they were looking at you when I was talking, and I do apologise for that.
That's okay.
But I'm very excited because you have a business that's creating something different in the computing space and the computing solution space, and I think it's of pertinent value in terms of what's happening with technology today. Yes. It's all changing. It's all changing very rapidly. Can you tell us a little bit about Hightech and why it's important for our listeners? What's in it for them?
Sure. Hightech Computer Solutions is an IT company established by a husband and wife team. Our goal has always been on establishing a company that focuses on innovation and quality customer service through education and support. We specialise in all types of IT solutions, from your traditional to your cloud solutions, and we're one of the first small IT businesses that do offer wide range of cloud solutions for our customers who have small to medium-sized businesses. So part of our cloud solutions include cloud-based backup, email exchange, as well as VDI, which is virtual desktop infrastructure, which I will be talking to you later on about.
Absolutely, and look, I know you've got a fair range of services being offered there, and you've just described some of them. But can you tell us a little bit about how business IT is evolving currently, and why it's a little bit challenging for today's entrepreneurs or business person?
Yeah, IT industry is changing and evolving very fast, and that is a common fact, particularly in the last 3-4 years in terms of cloud computing in particular. In Australia, 86% of businesses are already using some sort of cloud technology in their business. This is according to the Australian Business Review in 2013, and they were anticipating 15% increase in the following year. So this is challenging for businesses because keeping up with changes means spending money to upgrade and update, because with some of the software and obviously old hardware, they need to upgrade to be able to keep up with the new technology that is going to be pretty much forced upon us sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and I think that's a relevant point too, is, you know, it sort of is being forced upon us, and I know from a personal perspective that, you know, I've been required to start using services like Amazon S3, Google Drive, those types of services, and I quite like what they've got for me, but I'm also very nervous about what they've got as well. I'm just not quite got to the point where I'm comfortable putting IP and information that I've developed up to these services. Can you sort of talk us through that and maybe alleviate some of our concerns around that item?
Sure, it is nerve-wracking, especially when you refer to cloud, because a lot of the people say, oh, cloud, does that mean my information is up in the cloud, so to speak? I mean, cloud is more of a metaphor that is used to describe basically internet, which again is basically it's through the use of the internet as well as through the use of servers in databases and things like that that has enabled us to host our applications and everything else. And it's called cloud, but it's sort of more hosting that's being done on an external server at an external environment type thing. But that's basically what cloud is, and cloud technology is nothing new. It's actually been around since 1950, believe it or not. But it's just in the last 3 or 4 years that's actually sort of gained more momentum. But things like Hotmail and Gmail or Facebook and things like that were already cloud-based when we started using email. This is back in what? Late 90s, early 90s. So yeah, it was always around, but it's only the last 3 or 4 years that sort of gained more hype because of the metaphor and things like that that has been attached to it.
Yes, and look, I've gone out and bought my son a new tablet, but it's solely Google based. It's got a Google operating system, and its whole operation is by securing what it needs off the internet, whether it be officially provided or sent through an institution or brought down from the cloud. And I'm finding this to be quite intriguing. It's a big learning curve for me, but it speaks volumes about how technology is changing and moving and really pushing us down this path. If somebody was to get involved with high tech and make use of your services, what could you tell us what it would be like for them, say in 3 months' time? What they'd be seeing in 6 months' time and maybe 12 months' time? I don't know whether they're reasonable time frames, but if you could sort of set it out in those time frames, it'd be handy.
For those people who are keen to utilize our cloud solution, particularly VDI, which is a virtual desktop infrastructure, I'll explain to you what it is. So basically, it's a technology whereby all your applications, your files that are currently in your PC, as well as third-party software, is being hosted by a cloud-based server. So it gives you the advantage of having all your files and applications to access from anywhere, anytime, and any device. So, for example, if you use your laptop all the time to store your information, your laptop can get lost, or your laptop can get damaged, and you risk losing your files and your applications. So with this technology, you can jump on any other machine and still be able to access all your files, all your information from another machine. So that's what virtual desktop infrastructure is. And one of the beauties is that it is very, very secure. We have 3 layers of security attached to this, from software point of view as well as from hardware point of view as well. We do have Cisco equipment, firewalls, so that it makes it very, very difficult for hackers to hack into your system. And also it gives you the added advantage of coming built-in with operating system Windows, so that you don't have to upgrade your licenses every 2 or 3 years. It's already built in there for you. And also you don't have to worry about buying an antivirus. It's already built in there for you to use. Yeah.
Sorry, keep going.
From deployment point of view, basically we will work alongside you. So if companies are worried that if I go on VDI, does that mean that my business has to stop? The answer to that question is no. We will work beside your system and pretty much transfer your data up to the cloud while you're still doing your everyday thing, and then switch you over once everything is done, so that it causes very minimal disruption to businesses if they want to switch over.
Sure, and look, that sounds appealing to me, because what I like about that is I've got a local connection who I can plug into, and I can talk to, and get some confidence about what's happening with my data, what's happening with my intellectual property, and the likes. And to me, that gives me much more confidence about using the technology. If I was to bring my business across, Vicky, and set it up with you, how would I be operating in about 12 months' time? Just give us a snapshot as to how that would.
Sure. Basically, to start off with, you will have the peace of mind knowing that your data is secure, particularly with our 3 layers of security, because some businesses these days, they don't even have an adequate backup system. With our VDI, your data is backed up every 10 minutes. For example, if you live in an area where you're always prone to power blackouts, you know that your information is going to be saved. The other thing also, if you're in an area where you're prone to fires or natural disasters and things like that, basically you don't have to worry. You don't have to worry about your data missing, because it's actually protected. So your business can continue even if, unfortunately, your physical environment was affected. The other thing also that I wanted to talk about was the green technology aspect of VDI, in that you use less power of your current infrastructure with VDI, because the power of our servers actually kick in when you're using it, rather than the actual power of your machine, which means that basically the life of your machines are being extended because you're using less of that. Also, we're also offering the option of Thin Client, which is a device that if you don't want to, if all your information is in the cloud, and if you don't want to use your traditional PC, you can actually use the Thin Client, which will give you that added advantage of not having to spend a lot of money on electricity, because with Thin Client it's actually a very cost-effective device that can just be plugged into your modem, and you can have access to your information via the internet.
Yeah, and I'm very intrigued by this. Can you perhaps give us a number of strategies by which you could apply to somebody like myself bringing a business across? What sort of things would I be able to plug in straight away and get some immediate benefits rolling from that?
Okay. Well, basically, what we do is we actually sit down with the business and we find out exactly what type of applications they are using currently. So if you're using any third-party software that's industry-based, we can host that on our cloud-based server so that you get to use it, as well as any other, as well as your files and how many, how much files, how much storage space you need to store all your files and things like that. So once we get an idea of how what your needs are, what your business needs are, then we can give you basically the right solution. And get you started.
Yeah, that sounds really good. Hey, Vicky, I'm looking at your picture in the background there, and yes. I'm intrigued by it. You know, it looks attractive. Is there anything you can show us on that picture that helps us a little bit?
Well, absolutely. I've actually got the picture right in front of me. It's actually of a graphic design of what actually VDI is meant to be about. So in a graphic form to be able to demonstrate to our customers about the benefits and how it works. So I hope you can see that.
Yeah, you have to hold it up to the camera, but I don't know. Are you going to be able to talk about it, or do you need to look at it?
Yes. So basically, you can be on the move and use your files anywhere, anytime. Your custom applications, again, we can host. The backup and disaster recovery, again, it's all included in there. You can use your, you can work from home, you can work from your office, and all the upgrades are done from our side, so you don't really have to worry about upgrading your system. And the other thing also is if you're a company where you have to buy licenses for third-party software, with this type of technology, you only need to purchase one license, and through RDS, we can actually host that for you, so that you're only paying for one license as opposed to 5, 10, 20. So that's, again, another added advantage. So businesses can save a lot of money from that point of view as well.
Yes, and look, I really like what I've been hearing here too, Vicky. I'm actually talking to Vicky Dedarian from hightech.com, and they're providing intriguing services down in Melbourne, Victoria. But tell me, Vicky, are you operating nationwide, or?
Yes, this service can be provided nationwide and even overseas. Absolutely.
So that was where I was coming to next. Is essentially you can provide this for anybody anywhere in the world, can't you?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. And so I know you've got a special offer for us, and I'm not going to preempt that. But if somebody was to make contact with High Tech now, what sort of process would they take to do that? Would they just pick up a phone and contact you, or is there?
Absolutely. Pick up a phone, contact us. Our contact number is on our website, or go to our website, www.hightech.com.au, and actually go to the customer section where it says contact High Tech. Either way, you can contact us, and we're offering free 1-week trial and 30-minute consultation for businesses who are willing to trial this out for a week, in terms of how this can benefit their business and how they can go about it. So that's on offer for anyone who is interested and wants to know a bit more. Because we feel that if you try it and get a feel of it, that's when you're going to know the benefits. And through our consultation with you in terms of what your business needs are, you can learn to associate it and make sense of it more.
All right, and we're talking about any size organisation that you can assist with?
Any size organisation, yes, yes. We can offer this solution to from 2 user up to 100 plus.
Fantastic. And I know you've just made your offer there, but I really want to highlight that because I think it's particularly attractive. So we're talking about one week's free trial. Is that correct? So what's included? Right. What's included with that?
What's included is you get basically you get access to the VDI portal, and you get your username and password. We automatically issue password, but you can change that password, and we don't have to know that. And actually go in there and look at how it works, how it can work for your business, basically. So that's what it is, and the beauty about it is that you know, you don't need to learn anything new other than just logging into it. I mean, that's the only thing. All your other applications that we're going to migrate across are all your applications that you're currently using anyway, and that's the beauty about this, is that you're not learning anything new. Whereas with some platforms and things like that that are available at the moment, is that you've got to learn, you know, how to use the system and things like that. Whereas with this one, we're just transferring what you have across. So all you need to do is just learn how to log into it, and everything else is the same.
Yes, I can see that there's convenience, I can see there's security, and I can see there is cost savings, cost reductions in all of this. And of course, you can access this anywhere, anytime. Is that correct?
That's right. So for someone who has workers that are always interstate, they don't have to carry their laptops with them, or they don't have to carry their external hard drives with them. They can just take a tablet with them, for example, or if they've got an office interstate, all they have to do is just go into that office and just access that information. So, and it also allows for bring your own device for some of those businesses that don't have the money to buy, say, a system for their worker. It allows that worker to bring their own laptops into the organisation and have access to that to the application of that organisation. And we can limit that access as well as much as possible, because I know some employers might say, well, I don't want my worker accessing, you know, work information after hours. We can limit that as well. So we can pretty much work with the business on what their needs are and go with that.
Right, and I'm quite intrigued actually, Vicky, at the moment, so I'm going to ask you a few more questions if you're okay with that.
Yes.
We're operating on a Google Hangout right now, which is essentially a live internet video feed, for want of a better term. And if we were to do this and set this up across a cloud facility, is that difficult to do, or how does it work?
Okay,
or
so
throwing you a challenging one here.
okay, so basically, would you be able to access your Google application via the cloud? Is that what you're saying?
Well, possibly this could be Google, and maybe you don't need that with Google. Excuse me. But you
can access that. But
sorry, go on.
You can access it via VDI, but being Google and I mean, obviously with Google being cloud-based, I think that's pretty much again, it's accessible as well from any device. So this is more for organisations that basically have applications and things that that can be hosted via our cloud server.
Sure. So I know that this probably wouldn't be relative to Google, although that could probably be something you'd explore a little bit. But I'm doing a bit of work at the moment for an organisation that uses a fair bit of teleconferencing through their own IT infrastructure, and they really struggle with document sharing and working on projects collectively over this facility, and I'm just thinking this would be ideal to resolve some of those things.
Yes, we can provide them solution for that. Yes.
Because you could be still running your teleconference, but then you'd be running your document sharing process, whichever application that would be running on, and having that running simultaneously, or it may even be possible to run it through the teleconferencing system. I don't know enough about that for us for me to ask that question, but I imagine that once everything is up in the cloud and you've got your software up there as well, that these things become automatically very easy, especially across long distances. Yeah?
Absolutely. And you know, we're willing to sit down with that company and explore more what options are available to them as well. So if I can't sort of offer them a solution right now, more than willing to explore that further. The other thing I wanted to add also is that for those companies who have servers, we also offering them the option of virtual private server. So some companies, you know, prefer to have their own private server. We can also offer them that solution as well. And that the private server can either be managed by us, or if they already have an in-house IT, we can also work with them as well to provide them with that solution, so they can, you know, work with their in-house IT. So we also have that solution as well for those bigger businesses that want their own server, but they want it virtual based, and to be able to use the VDI technology. So we can do that as well.
Sure. And I imagine that would be very much a topic that larger organisations could be quite interested in.
Yeah.
Would that be the case? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So look, Vicky, we've been talking about cloud. We're talking about a solution that is presented by hitech.com, which you're a proprietor of with your husband. It's a very rapidly growing organisation, I believe. Yes. And Vicky, I'm going to ask you to think about a key takeaway that our listeners can take from this hangout at the end. So if you want to give that some thought right now, but I'm just going to highlight the fact that hitech.com is the entity, and hitech is
.com.au.
Sorry, .com.au. Very sorry about that. So hitech is HYETECH. It's talking about moving your business IT into the cloud, which is a very simplistic view, but from what we've just heard from Vicky, it sounds like the solution that they're providing at the moment is a very effective and easy to function solution for any businesses of any size. And key to that is the offer that she's made here for you, which is a week's free trial using their cloud system, and you get a 30-minute consultation as well thrown in there too. So just rounding out now, Vicky, if you want to just provide something here for our viewers to take away.
Sure. We basically, with what's important for our listeners to know, that what we do is we have a passion for what we do, and we love the challenge that our customers throw at us, and because we thrive on that, and we want to exceed their expectation through our knowledge and professionalism, and through offering them a solution that is going to make life easier for them, that's going to give them cost savings in the long term, that's going to increase the longevity of the system that they have. We would be more than willing to work with them to offer them that. So that's what I would like to leave our listeners with.
Yeah, and look, I think that's a good message, actually, Vicky. I like it, and what I like about it the most is we're talking about businesses that are really genuinely interested in helping other businesses, and that's what I feel coming through from not only yourself but the way you've presented this tonight. It is a solution that helps others, it helps businesses. It's effective, it's cost effective. It's about security, it's about simplicity, and it's about making a useful decision about your business IT, supported by a company that does care about what you're doing and is willing to get in and help you. Vicky, it's been lovely having you on the show tonight. I really appreciate it, and I hope you've been. You're very welcome. I hope you've enjoyed it. And we'll close out on that note there. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.